This week on the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour, it's a no-holds-barred Eliminator format, featuring the reigning PBA Player of the Year, Wes Malott. The international two-handed sensation, Osku Palermo. The 2009 U.S. Open champion, Mike Scroggins, as well as local favorite, Brian Kretzer. Find out who will survive the Etonic Don Johnson Eliminator next.
And welcome to Columbus, Ohio, where today we tip off the final four events of the PBA season, and those four tournaments have been dubbed the Extreme Swing Match Play, Plastic Ball, Marathon, and today's original format, the Don Johnson Eliminator. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, thanks for spending part of your Sunday here with us. Less than a month left in the season, which means it's time to make that final push, be it trying to move up the Player of the Year points list or simply trying to remain a pro bowler next season on the tour. Both of those factors in play for all four of our finalists today. But the biggest factor, today's unique Eliminator format, Randy.
Yeah, it's real different. The tournament started with a 64-player field, and after 28 games of qualifying, the field was cut to the top 16 and was grouped into four-man groups. They would bowl 3-game total pinfall matches with the low score in each group eliminated. This process continued until there were only 4 remaining. And it's very ironic, Rob, that the last 2 players to get in, Osku Palermo and Wes Malott.
Just kind of highlights the eclectic collection of our 4 finalists today. We have Wes Malott, your reigning Player of the Year. Mike Scroggins last week was runner-up at the U.S. Open. Finnish two-handed bowler Osku Palermo and Ohio native Brian Kretzer. But we focus on the challenges that Wes Malott has faced this season.
Well, it's been a tough season by Wes's standards. The reigning Player of the Year has struggled all season long with timing, but still has managed to make 4 shows, which is a testament to his great talent. He's still looking for his first win of the season, and Rob, he said that to us yesterday that it was the best bowling he's done all season long. Look out for the Big Nasty.
Yeah, when the Big Nasty is confident, watch out. Time now for action and introductions.
Making his 6th career TV appearance, he was runner-up at the 2003 PBA World Championship from Dayton, Ohio. Please welcome Brian Kretzer.
Big fan base here today for Kretzer. He's sporting the proper colors here in Columbus. Scarlet and gray, big Buckeye fan.
And Brian Kretzer doing something that I've never seen him do before. He's been working on it for 4 years, so to speak, and that's the straight ball.
A 7-time winner on tour with 2 majors, he finished 2nd in last week's U.S. Open from Amarillo, Texas. Please welcome Mike Scroggins.
Scroggins tied for 3rd coming into the week with Chris Barnes in the Player of the Year point race. Regardless of what he does today, he will remain in 3rd, but will be all by himself, trailing Bill O'Neill and Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Mike Scroggins made the show here last year before Chris Barnes and Mika ganged up on the 2 left-handers.
Strike for Scroggins. Kretzer steps up. He will clean up his first frame.
And there's the normal shot for Brian Kretzer is the hook ball. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can do that under pressure.
He has 6 PBA titles and is the reigning PBA Player of the Year, the undisputed king of bowling. From Pflugerville, Texas, please welcome Wes Malott.
6'5", 250 would fit right in here in linebacker country in Columbus.
Hey, and Rob, last night I scored a free meal off of Wes. It was great.
You acquiring a free meal?
Danger with the late kick.
And ask me how much bowling we talked about last night at dinner.
Very little, uncensored.
None.
His first telecast came at the 2004 U.S. Open, the 2009 World Ranking Masters champion and member of Team Finland. Please welcome Osku Palermo.
Jason Belmonte gets all the pub about his two-handed style, but Palermo does it as well and almost as effectively.
Blows up the rack, does Palermo.
He's quite an athlete, and I remember watching him at the 2004 U.S. Open. He was doing some ridiculous things with a bowling ball, a lot like Jason Belmonte.
3 strikes and 1 spare, the lone spare. To that man, Brian Kretzer. We begin the second.
First strike for Kretzer, and again, the low man of these 4 finalists will be eliminated. The 3 remaining will bowl on. 1 will be eliminated, and then we'll be down to our final 2.
I think it's amazing what Brian Kretzer has done and the work he's put in to try to develop that straighter type of shot. He said it really helps him in the early games on the fresh oil patterns.
Scroggy leaves the 7.
And there's Mike Scroggins doing what he does best, throwing it pretty straight right around first arrow. The only southpaw on the telecast today, he will have the entire left side of the lane to himself. No traffic.
Palermo in the second.
Back-to-back opening jacks for the big Finn.
Actually, he's more like the medium Finn.
Yeah,
6'1", big Finn. It's got to go to Mika.
Mika's the big Finn.
Scroggins whiffs.
Yeah, don't miss one the whole tournament till now.
Well, remember, he doesn't need the highest score. He just doesn't want the lowest score of the 4 players in this first match.
In this format, you can kind of get caught up with the quick rotation of players. You're up, you're moving, you're going, and you have one little break in concentration. Something like that happens. A lot in the face.
Come on, Wes.
Just barely got by Steve Harmon in the last round to make the telecast by 3 pins. Here's last week's runner-up, the U.S. Open.
Scroggins back on the strike train. Jackson the first and the third as he begins the 3rd frame as Wes Malott steps up to conclude his 2nd frame. Cleans that one up.
Mike Scroggins with that open frame is the low score through 2 frames. Brian Kretzer working on a strike spare in the first. Looking for his first double.
Kretzer drops the Terrell Pryor.
2. Terrell Pryor, quarterback number 2 for
Ohio
Buckeyes.
State.
Yeah, he drops the Terrell Pryor.
I'm with you.
We're going to have a Buckeye theme for Kretzer today, in case you haven't noticed yet. Malott, strike, spare. Here he is in the 3rd. Walked away, didn't like it.
Boy, as soon as he let go of that one, he was saying, danger, Will Robinson, and that ball gets all the way back for a massive messenger, only to leave the 10-pin.
Palermo in early control of this one with strikes in the 1st and the 2nd. Osku steps up with his two-handed style in the 3rd.
Opening 3 battle.
Osku Palermo defeated Ryan Schaefer in their round of 8 to make the telecast.
Malott misses. Malott and Scroggins have both missed single pin spares.
That ball almost didn't leave his hand. Watch this.
Down.
trouble at the foul line.
Some foot issues with that.
And just locked on the thumb, no chance to make it.
Very interesting opening three frames here from Columbus. We got a lot more in store with match number 1 when we return. The Etonic Don Johnson Eliminator is brought to you by Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less. By Go RVing, visit GoRVing.com for a free video. Go affordably, Go RVing. By Bear Aspirin, expect wonders. And by Etonic, visit etonic.com/bull.